Hi, I'm Margaret and welcome to Garden School. Well, it is winter and today, at this moment, it's not raining. So I've got my pruners in hand. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup and something that will kind of show off something that's to come. Let's go take a look right now. Lo and behold, the middle of January, my this specimen of a hellebore is just showing off like crazy, and the one back here is soon to come. But we do have a lot of last year's leaves around, and I am going to trim those back a little bit so that it can show off this beautiful flower here in the darkest of winters. And we'll just take a look and see what that looks like afterwards. Wow, this is quite a bit different now. You can see these flowering stems that are coming up on this hellebore, and we're going to see those open up. They'll get quite a bit taller, and we'll get some new leaves on those too. And then this one that's really in full flower right now and has been for a while, I pruned a lot of the old leaves off to just kind of showcase that flower. Now, it's really not necessary to do this. You may not want to do that, but if you do want to, it helps me to notice what's going on out here. I'm going to take a look at some others that I have in the yard, see how they're doing. This one I transplanted here last year, and it struggled a little bit, and I can see that there is some new growth coming. But I'm going to leave these other leaves on this one just so that they can help to generate a little bit more food and energy for the plant, since this one is struggling a bit. I might take this diseased looking leaf off just to help the whole thing look better. Now, I don't see any flower buds starting, but maybe this, oh, I do see one. Cool. Well, I'll just have to keep watching that one. But I think I'll only take the really damaged leaves off, and it'll look a little bit better, but it'll still have some leaves existing right now to help with some photosynthesis. Okay, here's another one that has a really different pattern on the leaf. That's really attractive. Even though this is last year's leaf, it really does look nice. And this one happens to be a darker flowering one. So this blooms kind of a magenta flower. And you can see the stem is really purpley looking. The range of colors on the hellebores is quite striking and real cool. Well, I'm going to decide whether I'm going to take these off because I do like the way that looks. I might take off this one over here that might be a little bit damaged. And then we'll be getting some new growth here. I almost forgot I have one in a little container here on the porch. And this one I think blooms a little bit pink with some green markings. There are just so many cool ones. Now, since this is here on the front porch, I'm going to leave these other leaves on here. And I have been watching them too to see if there's a little bit of slug damage or anything. If there does happen to be, I'll prune that off so it looks a little bit neater. Well, that was fun. I realized I found 9 hellebores in my yard. That's pretty cool. Now, some of these will actually self-sow, and I've been to a yard where they're just crazy. And if you watch for them, to dig them up out of a pathway or a border where they're getting a little bit too close to the walking space, and just transplant them into another spot, you can make quite a nice place for you. And now hellebores come in a variety of sizes too. There's some that can get, a couple feet tall, and then others that are really dwarfing and very miniature looking. But the colors of the flowers, so beautiful to see, especially at this time of the year. And this is just the very, very beginning of it. They should continue on as we get closer and closer to spring. That will be really nice. Well, if you have some hellebores, go ahead and see if you can find them out in your yard, prune them up, and then watch as those blooms open up and enjoy that. And if you don't have any hellebores, well, you'll be tempted if you go into a nursery at this time of year. They're really great. I might have to go and see what's new this year. Well, there's always more to learn in the garden. Bye-bye. Okay, I gave in. I did go to my plant center, my garden center, and look at the hellebores they had. And I found this lovely one that needed to come home with me. So I'll take it home and then we'll get it in a spot. Hellebores do not want to be in full strong sun. So a shade or a part shade area is a good place for them to plant, to be planted. So I'm going to take this good one. The variety is Frost Kiss Moon Dance. That's pretty cool. I think it's going to be great where I plant it.